It's more impressive than anything.
I'm just waiting for medium utility helicopters and knee arms all-in-one ace compatibility.
Oh, they're not too big.
Nah.
Mad. Have you played Ace Medical before?
I have been around in armor for many years.
Good.
Hand over the tags now, Titan.
I am an IRL nurse.
Oh yeah,
Former
good.
squad leader in my platoon I used to play with, and always one medic. Always one medic.
Uh-oh, Monk's got competition.
Yeah, you might have to move on with Monk for the medic slots then. No, there's a medic in every 5 teams, so that's fine. Yeah, cool. We run basic bandages, but advanced medical not with the adenosine and stuff, so it's like 50% ace medical basically.
Sweet.
Yeah, you can OD, if, 2 morphines, you pass out for 10 minutes and stuff like that, but it's not like the crack bandages. We don't do stitching, packs heal you completely, stuff like that.
It's okay.
They're
It's
limited.
always a fun day at work when I'm trying to draw up some fentanyl for someone and it gets all over my hands.
Alright, it's a fun armor up when your platoon medic Monk puts a claymore on your body and blows you and the whole squad up. Good times.
It's the reason why we don't play with claymores
User joined your channel.
in the
it's
sub
the reason
preset.
it's the reason why he's not allowed claymores.
Oh, hang on.
The robot that makes.
Yeah, I saw them. They're pretty cool. All the I like it aesthetically, just like all the bottles hanging from the roof, and it just like goes around fucking popping out shots and shit. Looks really cool.
There's some hot dog stand in New York, but it's got a robot. For whatever reason, the timing on it was all fucked, so it just kept doing things out of whack. You pay your money and you just get a paper bag, just empty.
User joined your channel.
Welcome, Destiny. So how do we say your name, Niladin?
Yeah, or just call me Neil or whatever. I don't mind.
Sure.
I also answered it or you.
Good.
You there.
Perfect. Yeah. You go over there. Sick. We love
You there, ogre.
that.
Microphone
How'd
activated.
you find TFD? Or you just scrolling around?
I missed that, sorry?
How'd you find
Microphone
TFD?
muted.
I got on Saturday night the week before last and I was looking for the servers that had the most players on them.
That's
Fair.
one way of doing it.
And it just happened to be mission time.
Perfect.
Whatever
Yeah,
works.
TFD most player.
Yeah.
Who would have thought though?
That's the
I
funny
mean-
part about it.
Yeah. I like 10 years ago when Army used to get like so many players on so many servers.
Hmm.
Now it's just like, oh, it's a server that I've got less than 50 ping on and it's got more than 2 people.
Yeah. It is a bit of a struggle. But yeah, we run missions every Saturday night. So, whatever time this is, plus half an hour, minus whatever
Easiest
daylight
way
saving
is
time does to you.
8:30 Sydney time.
Yeah.
It just-
No, 8 o'clock Sydney time,
Sorry,
isn't it?
sorry. Mission
Jeez.
supposed to be mission start. Rally is 8 o'clock Sydney time. Is the easiest way to say it.
So yeah, we've got whatever it is in the post, it'll be relative time. So whatever that
Yeah.
time says is what it is.
It's
off?
7
Thank God
o'clock
daylight
today.
saving.
Next Saturday it'll be 8 o'clock because daylight savings ends
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Jeez,
What,
I'd
what,
rather-
whichever way it
imagine
goes,
using daylight savings.
it's pretty yikes.
Cringe.
It's
Yeah,
almost
why doesn't everyone operate off the same time? What the fuck?
Why don't we just do a rush and have one time zone?
Yeah, exactly. Make things
Please don't tell
simple.
me that's accurate.
They do.
Oh god.
No, sorry, it's not Russia, it's China. That's one time zone.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Even though they would probably span over like 4
Yeah.
or 5.
Yeah, they cover like 4 of them.
I mean, it
Yeah,
keeps it
VRV.
simple.
Pre-mission.
Permission dart.
Actually, it's pre-mission dart now. I think it's still got half an hour.
Not pre-mission bevies.
Don't start that talk around here.
Don't be too premature.
We're a bunch of alcoholics here at TFD.
So Armor 3 just patched, so I don't know if I'll be able to get on the server if
Should
my
be right.
actual client isn't matching.
You should be alright.
Well, yeah, as long as you got the mod sets
When
downloaded,
did,
that should be fine.
when did your armor patch?
Like literally just then.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, just try joining the server, see what happens.
Should be okay.
Why is it validating it all? How's it giving me a virus and it's killed my armor?
Yeah. Sucks to be you.
Yeah, no, that's just armor. That's not a virus. That's just armor.
Well, I can't join until it's finished validating all 49 gig.
Oh,
Wow.
Shouldn't take
There's
too
a
long.
you get out of it. There's a way of
How fast is
there's
your
a way of
internet?
stopping that.
Pause download? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, remove from queue? Alright, let's try that.
Just
Let's see if
what's
it'll
it?
work. Yeah. And then I loaded it and I tried to join and then my game crashed and then it patched.
Fuck yeah.
You probably tried to patch. Rip.
Ooh, that's nice.
Hey, it's not as bad as Great Trenches updating just
Thanks
before
for
mission
joining.
start.
I need beers.
Oh my god.
The good old
Subway
Great
Kitty.
Trenches update.
All the 59th
All of these guys are
rendition
alcoholics.
of one line of code or something. No, needs a new mod. With a new key.
Just won't get Tim started on that. That gets him every time. I think it's even reached out to the creators of that mod and said, "Here, I'll fix it for you."
Oh
I
no.
bet they took nicely to that.
No, they never responded to him, and they continue to release the same mod with the same broken line of code in it every single time.
And a mission.
Easiest to break out. User left your channel.
Oh god, that's gonna kick me. Hang
User
it on.
joined your channel.
Oh,
Turn that off.
What, Acre?
Mate, is Hager on the bloody data mission?
Hey, mister, how's it doing? How's it
Yeah.
going?
We don't use tier 5.
But Hager.
Picking up the Aussie slang for us.
Yeah, you want ACA but not tier
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm saying it's gonna.
Fully changed
I
to
just
vanilla
joined the
DOMs.
server and it's gonna kick me into Acre channel.
Yes,
Oh, right, yeah.
Where is
No,
he?
just disable my Acre plugin.
Hey, you read any sultry stories from this week in Canberra?
I really appreciate you jumping in, dude. Stream won't start for probably another 20 minutes. We're in the pre-game sort of chatter and waiting for all the admins to jump on so we can start the stream for tonight.
No, but you did mention the other week about your colleague wanting you to shut down the main corridor to one of the major airports on the East Coast.
Yeah, so that was part of it. So it starts executing off massage all the shit. And then I get a call from my Air Services Australia liaison, fucking weapon of a dude, totally overworked. And he's like, hey, Red, I'm just letting you know, because he's got a British accent, he's like, I've got to post this note, Tam, because we did the AIP sub. The AIP sub is that thing that...
Hey man, in case you didn't hear that, the stream's gonna be another...
People aren't fucking following it. So we're gonna... They literally had to...
For 10 and 20 minutes, we're just waiting on the admins to jump onto the TeamSpeak so we can launch the server. You're more than free to wait around and join us when you're ready. But yeah, no, I really appreciate that you came back. It's great to see that I've got a regular now.
And then, so there's something...
How's things over in...
emergency happened in my life, and I will call it an emergency, is that Brisbane...
How are things over in Utah?
A 2-hour period had to go TIBA. So TIBA is Traffic Information Broadcast by Aircraft because air traffic control is not available. And it's because they only had one air traffic controller to serve 2 sectors over 5 hours. Like, it's bad. And this was their airspace over the top of the Gold Coast. And so
well, that sucks to hear. I'm sure it'll get better soon. We're starting to cool down, so I'm assuming you guys will start to warm up fairly soon.
All the fighter jets need to get back to Amberley, which is past Brisbane and the Gold Coast. And I'm just like, I get this phone call from the operations commander at Amberley Air Base, and he's like, Red, like, they're going TIBA. I'm like, what do you mean they're going fucking TIBA? The Centre doesn't go TIBA. Like, like, it's since COVID, aerodromes go TIBA, like, because they, you know, they can't open at night because they don't have enough staff. But then I'm like, Senator doesn't go fucking TIBA, what the fuck? And so I call Air Services, I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for Sutho, and he's like, oh yeah, IL2. I'm like, yeah, fucking transmit to IL2. I'm like, mate, what's going on? He's like, I've got one controller for 5 hours for 2 sectors. I'm like, oh shit, all right, what do we do? And
How the fuck did that happen?
It's because we don't have enough air traffic controllers in the country. Like, straight up.
I actually saw that they're recruiting a lot of them, and I was like, but I don't think I would be good at it.
And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, how do I solve this problem? And so I'm like, I call XCon, who's exercise control. I'm like, yo, Bomber, who's this like old wing commander, like fighter pilot, bit of a cunt. And he's like, I don't know what to do with that information. That's not my problem. I'm like, mate, I know it's not your fucking problem. I'm reaching out to you because you might know who can fucking solve the problem. He's like, oh, talk to the MD, to the mission director. I call the AWACS mission director, who's in the back of the fucking AWACS right now. I'm like, mate, here's the fucking problem set. And he's like, cool, that's bad. I'm like, how much gas does a tanker have? He's like, not enough to keep all the fighters up. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's knock it off early. Let's get all the fighters back early. The tanker stays up, the AWAC stays up. They will stay until air traffic control comes back. We'll get the fighters back early into Amberley. The Williamtown fighters, doesn't matter because like they can just stay in the military.
Williamtown, yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It went all the way to Air Commander Australia, like big dog fucking 2-star general, and they're just like, how do we mitigate this risk? I'm like, I honestly, professionally, from my expertise, I don't think you'll see this again for at least another 24 months.
Hey,
it was
Red.
just such a rare thing.
Come and run it over here, mate. There's lots of airspace over here that just doesn't get used.
Well, the issue wasn't like, so we had the airspace, right? The problem was it was the jets that needed to get back to Amberley. So hence the Williamtown jets were fine because the airspace I designed for them runs from essentially the Gold Coast all the way down to Nowra in New South Wales. So all the F-35s out of Williamtown, they're fine because they've got air traffic control. So they just run through the military restricted airspace, then just jump in. But the problem is the aircraft that have to get back to Amberley, they have this like tunnel of death where there's no air traffic control now. And like military fast jets will not accept.
That's sick, dude. No, that's really awesome. I'm really happy for you.
No.
Huh?
No, neither are.
What?
But I mean, for this they were manned. Like for this they were manned.
What? So are they like curtain?
When are you talking that this happened?
Like last week.
Okay, I was gonna say this sounds recent.
Red during your SG account or profile.
Oh yeah, Roger. I mean, no, it's like, who is Grand Rouge? Oh, Big Red. So the issue is not with the basing. So the bases were manned, right? What happened is that the tunnel that went into
was not safe to flight.
in between the two didn't have enough air traffic control, so they closed it. And so it got to the point where Qantas, Virgin, everyone, because we were thinking like, oh my god, it's gonna be the fucking Wild West. So there's with no air traffic control, something happens called it's called
Hey,
TBAR,
Red,
Traffic Information Broadcast by Aircraft, where essentially, do you know what CTAF is?
Yeah. You guys on the East Coast aren't allowed to go Wild West. That's my department. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we were just like, holy fuck, it's gonna be the Wild West. No, it wasn't. So literally every airline cancelled their flights. They're just like, we will not fly.
Oh, is that why that fucking massive Qantas bloody...
Yeah, like literally every airline's
fuck.
like, no, we're not gonna fly. We
I
will
saw
not.
that.
The main reason
Fucking
is because their insurance companies and things like that will not cover them to fly through uncontrolled airspace. So they're just
Yeah,
like,
right.
mate, if there's no air traffic control, we don't fly.
How bizarre.
Fucking wild, mate. It was wild.
It's probably one of the reasons why Perth never runs out of air traffic controllers, because if you get halfway here, there's nowhere else to go but here.
Got to clearly reload my mods.
Have we done the role allocation?
That's really
or
interesting
anything
though.
yet, or
Fucking
no?
hell.
So yeah,
It's not up yet.
you know the status of Curtin, right, Red?
Yeah, I work with Curtin. So my job, I own the airspace of Curtin. It is like, as in my office, which is 4 people.
Yeah.
It's my airspace. So it's funny that you said that. So I sent a message.
A couple of weeks. You know about this then. So a couple of weeks ago, Deepest somehow managed to get the Air Force to open Curtin and get it manned for aircraft to use. Like,
Yeah.
What? I was like, wait, what?
And we can do it quite easily. So I was talking to someone up at Sherga, which is near Weeper in North Queensland. And so my job at the moment, because I'm not doing actual air traffic control or combat or TACP or anything like that at the moment, because I'm doing a staff officer job where I design and manage all the airspace for Australia, for the ADF and the Australian government. And so it is my job day in, day out. I design airspace, I implement it, I manage it, do whatever. And so there was a dude from Rio Tinto that contacted me. He's like, hey man, I want to do some drone operations. And as you'd know from Curtin, Sherga is exactly the same way. It's like a fuckload of restricted airspace, but we rarely activate it. And when we do activate it, like particularly for something like Sherga, because Weeper's right there, I'll cut Weeper out of the airspace and I'll do something called TRA, Temporary Restricted Area.
The funny thing about that was, right, so West Australia's had like the worst flooding it's had in like 100 years, and the only paved airstrip in the northwest of Western Australia that wasn't affected by it was Curtin, because Broome was fucked for 4 days.
Yeah.
I tried to.
Crathon?
No, Karratha was fine. Karratha's nowhere near it. But the fact is, I flew in right after that happened on the back of a Herc, and the pilot's like, yeah, no, we can't see the runway. We're 10 meters off of it. We're going to Port Hedland. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, so anyway, much like what you're saying, so this guy's gone on to me because Rio Tinto operates very closely to Weeper because there's a fuckload of mining that happens out there. And he's like, they have to do drone operations. And so the way that under Australian law is for commercial drone operations, you need the approval of the airspace operator at the time. And because we have restricted airspace there, it's not active, but we can activate it at any time. My response was essentially, hey man, like Defence reserves the right to activate this for operational taskings. I will never know that happens. For major exercises, here's what I'm planning. Here's what I plan to activate. It won't be the whole thing. We'll be clear. You'll be clear. Here's a map of it. Blah blah blah. Also, send through to me your timings of when you're going to fly your drones, because I'll add it into my tracker. Because then, if I have to activate the aerodrome's airspace, I know that you're doing your thing. And he's got back to me. He's like, bro, that is the single best response I've ever had from anyone in my career. I'm like, yeah. Well, I get it because I do this every day. Like, it's my job. But like, it was nice. It was kind of humbling for this dude to be like, bro, thank you for the response. Because I sent him like maps and diagrams and charts and stuff. I'm like, here's where we're gonna activate. Here's where you can run the drone. Here's like, outside of this is good, inside of that's bad. Like, it was just, I think there's a lot, particularly in the UAS space, like anything drones. there's a lot of learning that needs to happen to bring themselves up to the professional standard that is currently held by aviation. And I'm not calling drone pilots shit, because there's plenty of good drone, like UAS operators out there, but there's a bunch of guys that don't know what they're doing, and they're pretty reckless.
User
A
joined your
culture
channel.
of the fucking there's a cowboy culture. There's a few guys that hold themselves to a better standard, but a
User
lot
joined
of it
your
is
channel.
cowboy culture.
I heard the sound of raving.
WA's
Yeah.
Fire department is trying to work out a plan so we can use unmanned drones to just basically, it's a army drone, but instead of carrying missiles, it just loiters over fire for 48 hours straight. Saves us paying to have an actual aircraft flying around.
And so we had that with the Brisbane, the Bairnsdale fires. And I'm happy to do that in the sense that so a lot of UAS get used for IR scanning of fireground, and it used to be done by an aviation call sign called Fire
User
Scan,
joined your channel.
where they'll get a helicopter up with an IR camera on it, and they can find that stuff.
We used to have
Um,
a Learjet that had a dry ice cooled camera on it that used to do it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But it's now moving to a UAS platform because honestly, it is better. It's a better platform for it. And why would you want to get a helicopter airborne that's burning all that fuel just to carry an IR camera when you can get a small UAS, when I say probably between like 20 and 30 kilograms, that can do the same job?
Fucking monstrous one. 230 kilograms. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, the thing is,
I'm coming from military where I say small because for military that is small.
Yeah.
Right.
basically the drones that we're looking at are basically military drones, just
But
civilianized
the
version.
problem I have, and as a dude who used to be a firefighter in Melbourne, has now come to defence to work in the Air Force that works airspace, I'm now looking back on those fire grounds. I'm like, okay, cool. You're getting a 30 kilogram UAS airborne, and you're running helitax, and you're running like fire attack lines from aircraft through that.
Yeah.
That are not qualified, not trained, don't understand what's going on. And I'll say that like flat out, because when I was in the NT as an air traffic controller, I was a volunteer for the fire service, and they put me in the headquarters, and I'm like, hang on, you guys, none of these guys here are fucking qualified to fucking do any of this shit. Not that you need a qualification, but what I'm worried about is that they've got really good kit, and they've got really good intent.
User joined
What they
your
don't
channel.
have is really good safety culture.
Yeah.
And
Have
it's
you,
for,
have you interacted with the New South Wales RFS?
yes, I have
The thing-
extensively.
But the reason why the drones we're looking at getting red is so big is because we want to operate them from Perth, not have to.
Oh no, I'm cool with that. And like, don't get me wrong. Like the one thing I'm not saying like we shouldn't get these drones. What I'm saying is, what we need to do is make sure that we build up those robust systems to create the safety culture that
left
needs to
your channel.
happen. Because what I'm worried is going to happen is what's currently happening on the fire ground in places like Victoria and New South Wales, where a bunch of the fire service are progressing their technology
User joined
and
your
are starting to throw this shit in the air, but they're not talking to the strategic or operational level staff that are running 737s and fucking DC-10s and helicopters. And the left hand is not speaking to the right hand. And as a dude who is employed in the military to deconflict military airspace, mate, left hand needs to talk to right hand, because I need to understand when a 155 artillery piece is firing as compared to when I put a fucking C-17 paradrop in. And so, because the fire services in Australia are quite juvenile to that concept, I understand that there is risk. And what I want to do is just, I don't want to start correcting people, but what I want to do is raise the red flag and be like, yo, risk. Look out.
Well, shouldn't they? Do they have to like complete like some sort of insert course here to like as if you were to get your like private pilot license? Like,
you are
like,
right. Yes, they do.
There's commercial
They do have to do
drone-
that, right?
There's commercial
However-
drone, but that doesn't cover.
No, so what I would, to answer Titan's question, so yes they do, but the issue here I don't think is the qualification of the individual on the airframe. What we need is the C2
Communication.
systems that work between the two, right?
Mhm.
So what we have with the current qualification system is like, yep, you're good. You can you can safely fly that airframe or whatever you're doing, but what's not happening is that communication and C2 system that then talks to the other asset or that
Yeah, that's
person
what I'm
down
talking about.
there. Yeah. So we have the
User joined your channel.
to answer your question, so yeah, we have the qualification processes
User joined
that
your channel.
qualify people, but what we don't have is a C2 structure to safely integrate multiple systems.
Why it's why WA hasn't started using drones yet. We haven't found a safe way to do it.
Which is the safer way to approach that problem, but a lot of people are the other way around. They implement the capability and then go, "Oh shit, this is unsafe."
Oh no, there's been a thing that's gone out saying that if you are in Deepfist and you put a drone up, and it's come back to you, you will lose your job. You're out.
Unrelated to the whole drone fiasco with the firefighting thing, Red, how does it feel to watch those Taipans do Taipans things? Wait, is it the Taipan?
Yes,
hang
the
on.
Taipans that are grounded.
I have lots to say about that, but I cannot talk about that.
Yeah, I know you. I know you can't. I know you can't talk about it. But I'm gonna meme you about it anyway because all I heard from one of my buddies at Ambley was, "Oh, look, it's doing classic Taipan things."
Well, I don't know if it's Taipan things. So the first thing I'll say is I don't know if it's Taipan things. It could genuinely be like the pilot fucked up and set up with power. We don't know that yet, and I'm not going to make assumptions because the investigation is ongoing. What I can say that is unclass at this point is that I had to cancel an exercise. Not so much cancel an exercise, but I made all this lovely airspace for this exercise, and I did a fucking cunt load of work because instead of just being like, hey, this is restricted airspace, don't come in here, it was, hey, we're taking over this aerodrome, we're putting RAF air traffic control there, it's going to do all this shit. Like, and the main reason is because we can't, CASA will never allow me to close an aerodrome unless it's national security. But for an exercise, I can pseudo close an aerodrome as long as I put RAF air traffic control in there that will allow in the local operators. So the reason, and that makes sense because if I've got 35 fucking helicopters operating out of what was an aerodrome that had like 2 crop dusters, yeah, it's fucking dangerous to anyone that goes in there because now they're just like, holy shit, a Chinook has heavyweight turbulence category, it'll flip a fucking crop duster in a heartbeat.
Microphone muted.
So I do all this work, and then next minute I get a phone call. It's like, hey. I'm like, what do you mean, hey? It's like,
and instantly Red's blood pressure raised about 3 octaves.
And he's like, all that work you just did, I'm like, yes, might not be going ahead. I'm like, fuck off, cunt. Like,
if you were sitting in the room, you could watch Red's veins start pop and the rage
it's hard as a Raffy. It's hard as a Raffy working with the army, and this is coming from the dude that used to be in the army, because their planning cycle is so small. So it's quite tight, which is good. Like, good on them. They can plan and execute a exercise in 8 weeks. But the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, who grants me the airspace that I need to operate in, requires
a mob of cunts to deal with going on with the mate. But continue.
Yeah, require 12 weeks. Well, I've got good standing with them, so I can just call them on the phone. I'm like, hey, shit's going on. I need this shit. But in this instance, I'm like, yo, you guys are pushing the fucking friendship. Sort shit out. The army turns around to me, and they're just like, oh, Red, nah, man, why do you worry about it, man? Oh, we're probably not getting tasked anyway. Don't worry about it, man. I'm like, cunt, do you want airspace? Yeah. I'm like, do you actually? Yeah. I'm like, well, fucking do it. And then next minute, I bust my fucking ass designing this airspace. And then next minute, it's probably not going to go ahead.
Hang on, can I just ask you this, Red? Were you responsible for the 2 Rappies being posted to Fitzroy Aerodrome?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Oh my, they were so pissed at the pilots in the area.
So I worked directly with the Fitzroy Crossing. So that was a DAC tasking that came from whole of government.
I know it was.
And so I had to implement the airspace for them and then put them there. And then I know most of the controllers, so some of the controllers were there. I was their mentor to bring them in. And as much as you might think that they were pissed, that was the best. Like from what I've spoken, the best thing that's ever happened in their career. Like they did air traffic control. I'm not gonna say I'm not combat operations, but like it's the closest thing we have to combat operations. We're like, to get up, fucking move. Here's a vehicle. Here's a fucking runway. Get a fucking radio, and they did 250 moves a day. So Fitzroy Crossing was the 14th busiest airport in Australia, and it was two dudes in a fucking with a G-Wagon with radios in the middle of the fucking desert. That's how good Air Force fucking ATC is.
Red, all I can say is...
That's pretty cool.
Doc, it's 2000 hours.
Red, just ask him about the walk over all frequency about the crocodile in the river call.
But
Because
what's funny was...
Because a friend of mine hit the wrong button in
Break. We'll start with command.
User left your channel. User left your channel.
Are we in the wrong channel?
User left your channel.
If you
User joined your channel. 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 User joined your channel.
User joined your channel.
User joined your channel.
User has joined your channel. User has joined your channel.
Oh yeah.
User has joined your channel.
I love that.
User has joined your
User
channel.
joined your channel.
User has joined your channel.
I should really mute that.
We get the hint.
Yeah, we understand the sound plays. Like, we already hear
I
it.
thought
Like,
you weren't going to be here tonight.
I wasn't, but I talked to my parents to let me stay.
Aww.
Fucking, who the fuck says mission talk?
Do you want command?
Oh, it's Spudge. I'm going to tell him to fuck off anyway.
Fuck off, Doc.
Fuck you too, Spudge.
Second Spudge.
Do you want command?
I'm happy for someone else to do it if they don't have ADHD and fly off with squads.
Oh, that's right, because you gotta stay in the base, right?
Well, that's a quarter short. That's not...
Tell you what, Spudge, if you want to go command, I'll go fact. There you go. Look there, problem solved.
As long as you're happy, we're standing at the base the entire mission.
I'll be honest, Spudge, I am a tired man. At the moment, I am completely fine with that.
If you desire to be a pilot, put a 1 in the chat.
User joined your channel.
Is there an option to be a marksman, or is it just what's there?
Do you see a marksman on the?
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's your answer.
No!
Oh,
Fucking idiot.
Someone linked the
I heard that.
Oh my god.
No,
Oh my god. Sorry, I just
go to
got the
Discord. Go to Discord
Yeah, I
and
know.
fucking work it out.
User joined your channel.
It's not hard.
User
It's
joined
we've
your
put it
channel.
like 14 fucking places. Please.
But Titan, you know the golden rule.
And so do I.
Cutscene, Titan.
It's not Trigger Titan, it's too early in the night. If
Yeah.
you need the briefing, go find the
Let's
fucking
keep it
briefing.
simple.
He'll be fine once he's had his daft.
So I've got Ghost, Knuckle.
You mean put your name in? Run last
I
week.
already did, but I need it in there twice to even have a chance of getting it. So.
But you won it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because I won it last week. I'm not gonna win it this week now.
Plus, Timid very rarely wins.
Wait,
So
did
I've
anyone
got-
tell Timothy? Oh, sorry,
How many pilots do we need for the festival?
So
We want to do the
how many
pilots
people
last.
we've got
maybe?
18, 16. So that'll be 4 teams. That'll be 3 pilots. Might be a bit excessive.
It's only like it's probably 2 is enough, right? Because unless one squad
Yeah.
finishes at the same time, then one squad can just wait for an insert to
It,
start.
so this is the question: are pilots happy to be a little bit bored, or squad
Yes.
lead? Squads
It's part of
okay
being
with?
a pilot. Part of being a pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have 3 pilots.
Back
Then.
urban.
Big red wants
Oh,
a
stop it.
shot.
They need combat medics.
Don't forget to remove Timid so he definitely doesn't win.
Okay.
Very good.
If there's gonna be 3, I probably won't. Somebody else can get it.
Tight reading.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why it does that.
It can hear the speaker and it
Yeah,
just
Titan,
reverbs.
you can take my name
Yeah.
out.
Take your name out.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, if there's gonna be 3.
Do you want 2?
I think it'd be better, but like if you want to do 3, that's fine.
It should be N-1 pilots, I think. Or maybe N-2, depending on how many we have. If it was like 2 squads, it'd be 1 pilot. 3 squads, 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just do infantry instead.
Okay, as long as you're happy with that.
It's
Anyone
definitely
else?
just dangerous
Their
as
name in-
infantry.
So I've got Ghost, Moo,
User
Urban,
joined your
Hellish,
channel.
Knuckle, Big Red. Plasma, do you want to be a pilot?
I'm not fit up for a pilot tonight, but I could chuck.
User
the name
joined
in.
your channel.
Hey, just.
So you want to be a pilot or not?
Yeah. What do I need to check in?
Press the 1 in the chat. Snowflakes, do you want to fly?
No, I'm just came in to say that I'm probably not going to be able to do this one. I was going to, but
You don't need to come here and tell us that.
no, I was going to join you, but I've just sort of realised that I'm probably only going to get an hour out of it before I have to leave. So I think I might just play something else. So.
Does Keeks want to fly?
No, it's like most of the mission.
No, Keeks is not flying. Pickles, are you supposed to have TFD tags? I don't know, I wasn't here for it.
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
You probably should, because you've been at plenty.
You'll just get them
User joined your
I
channel.
guess, tonight. Alex, are
Find
you
us
flying?
after. No.
Just, you can ask everybody individually, just spin the fucking wheel.
It's
Just
because
fly
they're
us right
joining
into a
after.
fucking tree.
They join after the.
I'm
the
being
question was asked.
considerate. I'm being considerate.
He's
right?
been inconsiderate. That's what he's been doing.
Alrighty,
Alright, no, actually,
let's go.
I am actually not going to do this one. I'm sorry, guys. I shall
Yeah,
do
okay,
next
cool.
weekend.
Yeah. Much love.
See ya.
Every time to say you can't play.
Farewell.
Alright, see ya.
It's a bit sad because we've got a good turnout tonight.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright, Plasma, you are 1 pilot.
Wow, 19 people. That's pretty good.
You have to be 18.
Okay.
Hellish,
Yes.
you are a pilot. So how
I'm
many?
confused. Wait, did he put his name in the bit?
Helen did, yeah.
Oh, it's just not coming up.
You gotta forget that you joined the chat after we asked the question, and 90% of the people put their number in, so you wouldn't get the chat. So how many squads we got? 21. 5,
We got 19.
16. So 4.
21 here. I'll say this.
4 squads. Yeah, we'll go 3 pilots. Alright. And the last one is. Oh, it's close, Ghost. Alrighty, if everyone wants to please fill out.
Provide us with your pilot's license.
Don't forget the social security number. That's what.
Is that the one that I got out of that you got out the cereal box?
Yep.
Or the real one?
There's a difference?
Yeah, not
Kellogg's
really.
one.
Kellogg's?
I
Yeah,
don't think
okay.
there's
Yeah. Kellogg's.
Need an Apple team lead.
Just 2 seconds. Naladen, do you want medic?
It's my first mission with you guys, so I'll probably just go right.
It'll
from there.
be. I mean, it'll be pretty hands off for the most part.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
If it's only if it's your preference. If you don't care, that's fine.
I'm really not fussed.
A minute, wait. Cool. You can just fall into another team. Pickles, what are you doing, bud? You probably.
I thought we were supposed to wait for a team leader to choose a squad first.
Congratulations, you're Alpha Team Lead.
Wow,
Yeah,
congratulations!
tonight, I think.
Pardon, say again, Pickles.
I'm so happy for you.
No, okay, so
a round of
no,
applause.
slow down. Slow down. If you don't want to do it, please do not do it. I hate forcing people into it. If you don't want to do it, I can do it. That's fine.
I
It's
was
just-
gonna chill out, but I can run a team lead. That's right.
I'll go team lead then. You can go.
You're gonna kick me out after I choose it?
Yes.
He's
All right.
chosen it, dude.
All right.
There's
What
no
is-
stress in
What
running
is
a
this?
team of 4
What is
people.
this? A dictatorship?
Well, it is.
Yes, it is.
I will dictate what you're going to do.
I love it when you dictate to me.
Ooh, I like it.
I love it when you just
Please.
take the dick that I give you.
Alright,
Okay, let's.
Come
on.
Can we
Alright.
shut the fuck up?
Ready?
Literally shut the fuck up. Cool. We can.
Hang on, I need to restart my armor. Just crashed.
Alright, just pick your slot again.
Bro, how do you crash the map?
I
Armor
just
was
killed
literally just
Steam
tab
and I just
out
killed
and
him.
your game will crash sometimes. So.
Just armor. Just modded armor things.
Vanilla armor things.
You could breathe on armor.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't take
I
much
may have
for it to
watched
fuck
a
up.
funny
Look at the
program.
bright side. Armor 4, new engine, new bugs.
Oh wait, what? Is that actually
It's
been
like
confirmed?
Reforger.
No, they'll make a new
Humvees.
engine, old bugs.
That would be impressive.
That is poured over the old bugs from the old engine into
Oh,
the
players
Unreal
will
Engine.
love this.
It just confirms it's not a bug, it's a feature.
You just get ChatGPT to
Alright,
write all
Howard,
the code
chill
for
out.
him.
You were moved.
Oh what?
User was moved to your
Where'd it go?
channel.
Hola.
Wait, what? Why'd I get kicked?
Welcome to the
don't
angry
know.
person.
User left your channel.
Uh-oh.
User left your channel. Channel switched. Microphone muted.
Any mission
User
specific
joined your channel.
questions anyone would like to ask that
Microphone
wasn't
activated.
clear in the briefing?
Wait, you read the briefing?
I made the briefing.
There was a briefing?
I had a quick skim of the briefing.
Weapon caches.
Weapon caches, HVTs.
Are you going to divvy up the, in terms of who's doing what? Is that your the boss's discretion as to what team does what, or do people say like, "Oh, I want to do X and Y"?
That's literally every mission.
That's 100% up to command and fact to decide. Command and fact will be will be chilling at the base and divvying out your objectives. The intention is that you land fairly close, quick hit, get in, either get the shit, blow up the shit, get out again. It's not land a K away, walk for 20 minutes.
It's a raid, right? Get in, get out, fuck shit up, get
Yes.
shit done.
There is arsenal resupply. It's moderate, sort of like half and half intention that you come back to the base every time, but if you like literally shot 3 bullets, feel free to get tasked again from FAC.
Hang on, I remember this one.
Yeah, so we're going to try and run it properly this time rather than platoon command and FAC actually going on a fly with the missions and not focusing on commanding.
Yes. I'm tonight going to sit at the base sipping margaritas. Fuck all of you.
Pretty much.
Bring the
So
margaritas.
also with that, please don't fuck us around at spawn and like make it annoying / take too long to get into a bird and onto the next objective. The more you do that, simply just slows down your fun. So I don't see why you would want to do it anyway. Regips, if like just one dude dies out on an objective, body bag them, put them in the bird, bring them back. When you get back with your body bag, you can respawn and rejoin your team. If a whole team dies, just like if you see that your whole team is going, like if everyone is down and you're not going to get support, or regip and then just get new tasking.
As a side note, if you have issues in the mission, use the
Pause break.
pause break. That's the one, and
Yeah.
and message an admin. That way, do not, under any circumstances, use side chat at all during the missions, and that goes from now. Please stop with side chat.
Naladen's new, so that's fine. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
Naladen, we use admin message function, so that's pause break, top right of your keyboard. If you have any issues or whatever, you'll get a bit of grace period. If you like die or something like that, we'll get you back in the fight earlier, so you're not sitting twiddling your thumbs.
And if you have trouble with the in-game one, Discord is preferred over the in-game chat.
Yeah,
Less distracting.
And TeamSpeak mutes, so we might not.
Yeah,
notice it for a
TeamSpeak,
bit.
AK mutes all your pings and pokes, so
Hey.
TeamSpeak won't work.
Alright, question for the fly boys.
Mm.
Is our only rearm point down the bottom there, or can we go to the other airfield?
The only
There is no
rearm
rearm.
resupply refuel is at the blue circle.
Have we fixed it from
I
last time?
believe we have to
Yeah.
share.
Yes, you can fly from corner to corner of the map 3 or 4 times, so you should have plenty of fuel to do 1 or 2 flights. It is intended for you to come back occasionally.
More technical question on the mission dynamics. What is end state? So when do we achieve end state?
When I determine we've either played for long enough or we've completed all the missions.
Roger.
Note for the pilots or FAC. Last time we had an issue with if you got into a bird that was being rearmed, ammo disappeared. Are we being cautious of that, or is that sorted?
We're not running Black Book, so
It
Yeah,
wasn't
plus
Black
that
Book,
bug should be
that's fine.
fixed now anyway.
Is that also
The bug
already
with the
now,
script should be fixed.
Sweet.
In regards to command, if we've got multiple teams coming back looking for missions, is it just first in, first serve, or will you need to dish it out? How do we
You
want
have
to run it?
multiple mission threads, so to speak. So I think you default start with like 5 or so objectives. All the objectives are only seen by command, so squad leads and all that stuff. Don't get your knickers in or not.
I like that.
Plant your explosives on
Jesus
the
Christ.
plant 1 or 2
Pickles.
explosives on the cache, and that will destroy it. You won't. It may not look like it, but it will get a notification for it. If you're not sure, ask the FAC to confirm that your objective has been cleared. They will be notified if you've been cleared.
And we won't tell you exactly where it is. We'll tell you the vicinity, so you got to work it out.
It's not exact. Well, don't. I mean, the objectives aren't dead on it. It's like in like so.
50 meters or 100 meters of it.
Yeah, within the vicinity of it. So like, with what's the big town here? Havasta. Don't like drop them south when the marker's up north. Just nature of the mission, having everything pretty packed in. I mean, it's not likely for you to be on another objective, and it won't matter anyway. But try and don't set them on a wild goose chase sort of thing, because they might get like just lost looking for it too far away. The HVTs are the handcuff. No, please. I mean, you can if you'd like. That's another failed state. That's fine. HVTs, return them back to the hangar. There's a medical tent next to the ATC. Pretty obvious one. Put them in there. They will be successful state for that.
Is this something we can have the squad leads in command talk over? Get our lads in the ground? I guess
say
saying,
again?
shall we kick it over? Let command and squad leads ask these questions. If there's no more.
I mean, I just finished talking, but we still have 10 minutes as well, but we can.
Wow, so there you go, sorry.
Oh my god, really?
Don't do that, please.
Oh, I remember this place.
He's been holding it in for
Look at
10 minutes.
helicopters right there.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but like I reckon getting into the game is better. Because then
Yeah, it's like the anal problems you have. Oh, it's
Those are
retard.
called fissures.
Radio check.
Alrighty, who were the
And
two?
he reads you.
Who wants an extra? What team lead wants an extra player in their thing?
I'll take him.
Alright, so you can take. Actually, you're taking the live.
Stupid
so you
question,
can
will they
add
fit
in
in a
stuff.
bird?
There's
Okay, who I
6
got? Moo,
slots.
Hexus.
No.
And
Good, do it quite up.
Where's Nolan? Yeah, so just ace interaction on Tim Chode's team.
Look at Tibbet's balls.
Ooh, yes.
And then Pickles.
Those are some crisp balls you've got there, Tibbet.
Would you get out of the way?
I just need to be close to them.
So if you, how familiar are you with Ace? Actually, I can't hear them speaking. Hang on.
No, neither can I. They must have to plug in, otherwise. Oh, no, there we go.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Do I use in-game push to talk key or?
Just
Yeah,
whatever your team
whatever your TeamSpeak says to.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
And then caps lock is your short range radio. But you will have to change that to whatever radio.
Alright, if
channel
anyone's
comes on.
standing around doing absolutely nothing, follow me.
What happened to?
Why have we got two plebs?
Why up?
What do you mean, two plebs? Oh, wait, Anarchy, you're in the wrong squad.
Whoops.
Fuck off.
Okay.
And was
Left our
Anarchy in?
squad.
Was Anarchy in my squad?
Yeah, I'm in Alpha.
Oh, you're on
Yeah,
Golden now.
there we go.
Why did you leave?
I don't know.
Did he join fucking our squad for some stupid reason?
Yeah, anyway, so how familiar are you with Ace? Have you played with it
Alright.
I have it for a while.
Right, Alpha,
Yeah,
let's
so
head out to the
our
north
like medical settings are very forgiving, so if you're familiar with Ace, it would be like...
North, on the runway.
AFA.
Also, resupply is Arsenal. Ace is resupply is Arsenal, not inventory.
Spots, demolition blocks. Cool, cool.
So what are we modifying? Nothing.
All I need.
Right, Alpha, just chill out here somewhere near the sandbags and the helicopters, so I'll go get brief.
AFA.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. You're good.
Yeah, no, it's been a.
And how about you?
It's been a good minute.
Me? I'm
Yeah.
going good.
It's good. Seems like we've got a bit of a dream team.
Yeah, I mean, you like to think so.
Yeah. Nice that I can actually come over to a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, same. It's been a hot minute, as Anarchy said. So.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
really-
like I've changed something in my job so that I can do. So I don't have to do Sundays, so I don't have to get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's
I'm
a
able-
relief.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, I
yeah.
still have to do that at other times, other days, but at least I don't have to do it on Sunday, so I can do Saturday nights.
Oh, that's good.
Rad.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been able to play regularly. My situation's changed, and it's I'll be able to get back on every week now. But yeah, no. Have you guys seen the new D&D movie that's out?
Yes. Oh my god, I went and saw it last night.
I've seen all the ads and stuff. I'm not really. I
I'm
haven't
going to.
seen
I'm going to see it tomorrow.
I really enjoyed it. I would go again. 10 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe not 10 out of 10, but very good.
Because I mean, I've only just gotten into playing the tabletop game, so the movie itself is going to be, you know, pretty fantastic for me.
Yeah, I've never played tabletop, but I've listened to like not podcasts, but like
Critical Role
videos
and all that.
Yeah, I think I don't know the channel name, but yeah, voiced videos of fucking stories from it and shit like that, and I really enjoy listening to those. So this is pretty cool.
That is pretty. Yeah, it's very fun to play.
So how on earth do they make a movie about this? Anyway, that's I'm
It's
curious.
basically taking the basic premise, writing a story for it, and then just having actors play the story.
I think the only thing they got wrong in the movie, is it's less action movie and more Monty Python comedy.
Right.
Yeah, unless you're playing with like hardcore players that know what they're doing, it's more than likely just going to be Monty Python stupid shit happening constantly.
Right. Okay.
Is that what
So-
the movie is?
There's definitely a good bit of comedy in there. I really enjoyed it. I didn't really obviously know what to expect. I'm not sure if it's based off like an existing campaign. By the sounds of that, it is. But yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the whole thing is like the whole premise of it was based off all those famous D&D video vloggers and streamers and that, like, you know, like Critical Role and them. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, I haven't seen too much of them. I've seen little snippets, but you know, they really know what they're doing. They're fantastic voice actors. Because I really want to get around to watching Vox Machina, their animated series.
Oh yeah.
I think that's on. What was that on? It's on.
You might be on shout voice distance.
Oh,
saying.
sorry about
and
that.
as a disgruntled old Pretty Raw fan, have fun while it lasts.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that.
No, it's alright. I used to watch it for years. I don't know, it just gets a bit too much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've only just gotten into it recently.
Yeah. It was good fun.
Goes to whispering, disgruntled. Ah, yes.
Fun.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents of uneducated bullshit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alright, Alpha. Goss is our pilot.
Ava. Which bird is he?
Go green, Anarchy.
What are we, the Rainbow Brigade?
Anarchy, go green. Yes, sweet, cool. Alright, we're going to the Alpha mark to the southwest.
Ava.
Roger.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So I am Charlie.
Oh, that's very reassuring. I really like to hear stuff like that right before a match starts.
Ah, you fine.
I'll be fine. I'll be with someone else. Oh god, I got no game sound. Why can't I hear the helicopter?
Looks like we're loaded.
Hey, can you guys hear the helicopter, or is it just me?
You can hear the chopper.
Okay, my sound.
Alright, Goss, we're loaded.
Stupid question. Does anyone know the keybind to wipe your goggles?
Control Shift T.
You can take off your tactical glasses and that'll get rid of it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Just let everyone know if they don't like the fog, the dust on their visors, they can take the visors off, or Control Shift T to clean them.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't hear the helicopter. That's not good.
Back to Goss.
Really hope I haven't. Oh, that'd be why.
Alpha airborne.
Boy.
Jesus.
Alpha's airborne around here.
That's not
Bit
good.
close there.
Alpha's departing for their location.
There we go. There you go, audio's fixed.
Now, I'll take it.
I'm out of the AO.
What was that, Anarchy?
I fixed the audio.
We're roughly going to land LZ Alpha, probably push straight west, east.
We're about 30 seconds out.
If I mean, yeah. So I'll do 360, focusing on the objective, and then we'll push in. If the trees are too much, less on the coast, Goss.
Happy hunting, boys.
Alright, we're off.
Anarchy, I'll have you behind me.
Hey, phone.
You're it. So you're looking for ammo case yeah, we want to go east along the road.
Hey, phone.
What's clear? Contact you say. Go quarter or whisper. I think our objective is near that red roof building 300 metres northeast. Give me a second to sort out my road here, Oh, good to go. Do we want to go along the coast or along the road? That's probably the idea, yeah. Everyone's got an idea. Keep heading us out, yeah, keep there, mate.
Covering 6. Where is that chopper?
Sorry,
again?
2 men. 4-man patrol, another patrol 200 metres past. Lift road. There's a fucking lot of guys here, man. There's a fucking lot of guys here.
Shots fired. Danger close. Reloading.
I got 2 over in the building. Pressing 3 or 4. One next to behind the block, about 20 metres in front. Down.
Good job. One right side of building.
Right corner of the building, right corner.
I'm pushing to the next rock.
Copy. Covering.
Moving off side support.
Yeah, Urban, you sit here for a second. Let's push up and place a foothold.
Dead.
Panicky set.
We're into contact guys, I can't see you with that.
Yeah, I'm hearing them to the north. Go again, I can barely hear things.
You can't hear anything.
Oh no, all I'm hearing is a helicopter. Some.
Oh, forget how you fix it. I think press numpad enter might fix it.
Negative, still hearing it.
Move past me, up in the northeast.
Yeah, sorry, I'm patching myself. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm not sure how to fix that. Yeah.
Northwest, one back us.
See all the left.
And if you maybe try head bug fix, go
You wanna move to us?
Righto.
go options, configure ace head bug fix.
No.
No?
No, it's still playing up.
Weird. Refresh audio, so...
Yeah, I've tried that, it's still doing it. I'll try reconnecting quickly.
Yeah,
I'll just need the admin to teleport me.
Hold on. Urban Jesse, go check out that building.
Channel switched.
Sorry fellas, I'm just having a bit of an audio issue at the moment. I'm going to be reconnecting and hopefully it should be fixed. I'll be back into it momentarily. Uh-oh. I'll be back momentarily. Hopefully this game doesn't crash on me. Just bear with me.